right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. You are still tuned in to Funtastic Fridays. And you know that we're here with you every single Friday from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. And you know, from you hear that sound, that means it is time to talk the ting with Kim. Right? So for this week, we're going to be discussing self-love. And as I said, for the month of February, well, not the whole month, but leading up to Valentine, we're talking about love. And I was like, you know, Kim, you know, so I said to self, we've been talking about love for a while now, but how come we've not discussed the most important love? Self-love. You know, we have to learn to love ourselves. So I had to make that the topic for this week, all right? So let us get into it. Let us discuss what is self-love, what are some ways we can practice self-love, all them something that we don't know about self-love. The first time I not hear about it or what?
Definitely. Of course we know about self-love.
You know about self-love?
Working.
And you're pro in that. You've been working on it.
No, we're not pros, but we're
you've been working on it. Yeah. Jada, what about you? You've been hearing about self-love. You've been working on self-love. What is it?
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Jada very seriously.
You taking Jada seriously?
Jada take very seriously.
And Jada take you seriously?
Very seriously.
All right, make sure.
You said very seriously. All right.
There's a food, I promise.
Right? So, and Xavier, you've been working on self-love?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I love it now.
It's all about lifelong learning.
Oh, yeah. And Mr. Lionel?
Really and truly, right now, myself not to love myself, but I try understand to try progress you see?
I know, man. I love that because I hear a lot of women talk about self-love and how we're working on self-love, and we always, empower each other, but you don't really hear men talking about self-love.
All right, you see, Kim, right now, you see, I think, like, as I said, most of the women, them love talk, the thing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But them not do nothing, like, ask them, hey, what's up, let's go on a date. You know, right now, I'm kind of building myself.
On me.
I'm working on me.
Yeah.
We didn't hear earlier. Who did say that earlier?
All right. She did at the coach. I do, I still have watch Netflix series, but
yeah,
people account.
But that's what I enjoy doing.
You work on
that
is self-care.
Does that not bill you?
Yes, it does.
It is billing you.
We're watching things that are building us.
The owner of the account. But anyway, what I'm saying is that really and truly, women on the city, they're watching Netflix series. Only I got build up the same trauma responses won't have long time. Cause guess why? Guess which show on the love watch? Guess which show? The boy I cheat. Left the boy. I saw it in there.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, me tell you which show.
You're not me one. Watch the opposite end. You watch this very super romantic shows where the man left 10,000 girls for the one girl.
No.
And change all him life and start new job in a different country.
First 48 hours on Unsolved Mysteries. Ramp with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you should be very concerned about women. You know what?
No, but hear about that one with me. As soon as a spider enter the room.
No, that's different.
All right then, exactly.
I
thought you wanted smoke. Thought you wanted the smoke.
All right, guys. So we're gonna discuss the self-love. Cause we realize it going 48 hours that rap with me and all them something.
Wow.
Right?
I thought it was about self-love.
I the way how I love myself.
She know why you ramp with her.
Don't ramp with me.
That sounds like it's still trauma. But anyway, Kim, let's find out more.
So let's start with what is self-love.
Tell them, please, thanks.
Before a person is able to practice it, first we need to understand what it means. Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Also, self-love means not settling for less than you deserve. Self-love, even though we've had all these definitions, can mean something different for each person because we all have many different ways to take care of ourselves. Figuring out what self-love looks like for you as an individual is an important part of your mental health. So you can't get up tomorrow and say, I'm practicing self-love, I'm loving on myself, but you don't know exactly how to do that. You don't know what the self needs to feel loved.
It's a process.
It's a process, right? So you have to figure out what self-love is to you. So, on that note, for starters, it can mean talking to and about yourself with love, prioritizing yourself, Giving yourself a break from self-judgment. Trusting yourself. Being true to yourself, being nice to yourself, setting healthy boundaries, or forgiving yourself when you aren't being nice or true to yourself. So the right say we are talking about self-leap. Well, make sure that we focus on self, because that's really what self-care is. And bear in mind, guys, self-care does not mean selfish. And we're going to get into that, all right? So, for many people, self-love is another way to say self-care. To practice self-care, we often need to go back to the basics and listen to our bodies. Take breaks from work and move or stretch, as in get out of it.
That's a break from work.
I will not talk about not a permanent break.
I thought so.
But even like if you're working on an assignment or you're doing something for work, you can take a 20 minutes and just breeze your brain, just take a break from work and stretch, get active, because a lot of us are stuck in those seats.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy for us. Sitting down for 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, sometimes more than that, guys. We need to be more active and take care of ourselves a little better. Yeah. So, as we said, we need to actually go back to the basics and listen to our bodies, take breaks from work, put the phone down, and connect to yourself or others. Also do something creative and eat healthily. But sometimes while eating healthily, you can also indulge in your favorite food. So it's all about balance. We've been talking about this from last week. So you also need to, while eating healthily and treating yourself right, one life you live, take care of yourself, enjoy it, but moderation. Self-love also means accepting yourself as you are, not a version in your brain that you think you need to be or you need to look like. And at that point, when you get to that goal, you're going to love yourself. No, accepting yourself as you are in this very moment for everything that you are. The good, the bad, the in-between. The bad habit, them will have to. You need to love yourself, right? Not saying that you're going to basically embrace it and just continue it. You point it out, realize you need to work on it, and then make adjustments, but you still have to love you for you. All right. It also means accepting your emotions for what they are and putting your physical, emotional, and mental well-being first. So now that we understand what self-love means, and we know that self-love motivates you to make healthy choices in life, you need to remember that when you hold yourself in high esteem, you're more likely to choose things that nurture your well-being and serve you well. These things may be in the form of eating healthy, as we said, exercising, or having healthy relationships. So let's now discuss 10 ways that we can practice self-love.
All right? Yeah.
So, step 1. Curtis said, well, Jerry's agreeing, said, yes, Kim, you are correct. And Curtis said, my mom often says, me love Pearl herself. She always like say, like, me love Kim, or me love Dev. Dev would have said that. Yeah. So you actually need to love and embrace yourself,
Kim.
Right?
Me love Dev, me love Jada.
Exactly, same way, sir. And Dre said, my suggestion to people is give your electronic devices and social media a break and live for real.
Example, Jada.
Live for real life.
Working on the live.
Live for real life and have more human interaction so you can socialize better.
So we're telling that to the winner date contestants, ladies. Step out, meet some more new people. Yeah.
I randomly Instagram somebody.
No, that not sound safe. That sounds very That not right, Chin.
It's where she's stepping
out of my comfort.
She's shooting her shot.
Yeah, but she not stepping away all now.
No,
she technically did.
Exactly.
Kim.
She slid in them DM.
Kim. And the DM, she mostly go after people in picture with them look like.
She's
somebody you know?
No.
Thank you very much. Exactly.
I didn't go after the picture.
So you know them.
How did?
Exactly. Can't continue with the discussion. I want to know which Instagram profile have people entire bio on the thing. No pictures it off my Instagram and videos.
Don't worry, she had a feeling. Her
she must have Instagram beta.
Right? Alright, so guys, 10 ways. So,
maybe she's socially awkward and she's afraid to just step up to you and be like, hi, I like it. So she's doing it online. And that's
but you know that actually is, I mean, it's a good and a bad thing, because you realize for some people you can speak continuously over the phone and then when it in person with them,
Failure.
as complete different thing. Because people get a brave riff behind the screen, and the lyrics to them will tell you all the things, and then one day you and them go, because I've actually experienced
This
this,
happens, of
and the
course.
conversation is non-existent.
And probably the person you're talking to over there, you can't say them. You might think you talk to Devadeen,
And I probably
but you
all
really
on
talk
team,
to
and the
everybody on
team,
the flat.
I say, oh, message artist.
Yeah. So as I said,
So no worry about that. And Too Cute said that nah go happen. Gen Z, them addicted to phones.
see it there. Watch it two of them.
Relax, no man.
Right?
Who
So
look smarty again? Now call her name.
So let's get to the 10 ways that we can practice self-love. Forget the idea that you have to be perfect. This is step 1. Forget the idea that you have to be perfect.
Take me as I am.
But you need to
Yes.
be better though.
If you're wondering how to practice self-love, start by ditching the idea of perfect. Perfect in every way, as in body, life, IQ, job, like everything needs for top of the top. The idea of perfection is false. And when you see it on social media, it frequently hides serious mental health problems. Never expect to be flawless.
Me too.
Why Beyonce?
Yes.
I woke up like this.
She did not wake up like that,
No.
guys.
So-
She did not.
You ladies trying to do so
Wake
on
up like
social
this?
media, messing up to the parents, them pillowcases,
And
please.
the owner of the song don't wake up like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to be realistic and just give up the whole perfection thing. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Not a soul.
So stop wearing those 17, different colors on your face.
No.
So- that is not perfection.
They perfected something.
All right, so that is step 1. Step 2, understand that sometimes societal expectations offer unrealistic standards.
Especially once again back to social media.
So you are unique on this earth and cannot reasonably be compared to anyone else. You are the only one to whom you should compare yourself. Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. Avoid comparing yourself to that unattainable ideal. Doing so will make you feel bad about yourself and depressed. Remember, the more we compare, the more we lose ourselves. Because now you no longer have your own identity. You're
Yeah.
trying to achieve what Jada has. You're trying to achieve what Xavier has. You see all these girls on Instagram and them on cruise ship. The baddies. You see the baddies.
See them getting flued out.
And you're getting flued out. And you're
TikTok.
like, I want that, but you don't know what they're doing to
Yeah.
get that. You don't know the behind the scenes. And so a lot of them not happy. A lot of them, sometime when you found, probably years down the line, you found out they were going through some mental health
Rough
thing.
time and all of
nothing
this
you hear
time.
them commit suicide. And you just say, but she may look up to the girl at like 10 for your side.
Yeah.
But then you don't understand. She's
The other
depressed.
side.
Exactly. So
Hush.
don't let that be your comparison. And I think that is what is the case with most people. I'm not going to say only women, but overall.
Yeah, even the thugs them too. Cause
Even
right
the
now,
thugs them.
you see you and a brother go school together, right? And you say, boy, you get A, him get B. Him a drive Benz, you a drive Lada. And I say, what go on with me? You know?
Exactly.
Comparison.
Like
So
that.
comparison is true. Is it, especially if it is that you were the one getting the A and him there get the D or the C, and you think say naturally, as they tell you, you supposed to be better off in a life
And,
the money you have.
and then you are working him now.
Yeah, exactly. But in life, I go on better than yours.
Yo.
It's a comparison
It's
thing.
for them and for everybody.
Right? So, guys, we need to be honest with ourselves and stop using societal expectations as our expectations. Create your own for yourself. Dre said, learn how to build or develop so you can be the best version of yourself. Dre, that helped me write this, don't it? I like it.
I'm rich. Number 3.
Apparently, then you try to imitate, instead than you try to imitate someone else, right? So number 3, live in the moment just for a moment every day. This is one of the things that you can do to practice self-love. Stop your never-ending search for anything better for a while and just look within. However, I mean, yes, it's good to work on yourself. It's good to encourage yourself and all that, but sometimes you just need to stop
Yeah.
and actually just be. You ever hear them say that? Just be.
I think I posted something like I think it's this morning or yesterday. I posted something like that. Say, listen, me, take your time, enjoy a little bit of life. You have to take a pause. Because even when we talked to our trainers last week, even all of them, you know, they say, listen to me, if you exercise, you can't exercise 7 days for the week. Take a 1 day break, take a 2 day break. If you eat on a diet, take a 1 break, take a half a burger.
Exactly.
Yeah, because in any system,
you
kill off yourself if you keep on forcing this.
If you always have something else to achieve. And I think that is what happens why most of us feel burdened throughout life.
Course.
Because we always have something to work towards, and we feel like society has told us if you're not basically at work 26 hours out of the day, you're not achieving nothing in life. And then because of that, everybody, I need to have 3 income, 4 income, 5 income, 7 income. And then you don't have no time for yourself, you know? Like, so sometimes it's not about what you need to do and your responsibilities. Sometimes just exist.
Yeah.
Just exist,
Just chill out, relax, take a fresh air.
Exactly.
Step outside, look up into the sun.
Yes.
DJ call it.
Another one.
Yeah.
Right? So recognize your origins and the wonders of the present. Realize how fortunate you are to be living, breathing, and a functioning human being. So just those simple mercies. And if it is that you are more grateful, as we're going to get into, number 4, daily gratitude. Daily gratitude is the key to happiness and loving yourself. Start a gratitude journal, an Instagram channel, a blog, or just take 3 minutes every day to think about all the things you have to be thankful for, such as your health, your life, your friends, etc. When we get comfortable, we get ungrateful. Change that and show gratitude every day. And that actually does make a difference, guys. Like, if every day you get up and think where your problems are, where you not reach yet, it sort of makes you more ungrateful in life. You're actually unhappier. You're unhappy. You're depressed. You just always feel like you're less than. But you see, if it is that you start looking at the positives and saying, you know, enough people wake up this morning now. Wake up.
Yeah.
And listen, you know what made me appreciate, there was a day that I had at work and it was so emotional. I never expected to get emotional that day. That day they hosted a special, like a conference for people with disabilities.
Oh yeah.
Right? And the place was filled with people with disabilities. And it wasn't even just that, you know, like I took a moment and I observed them for a while, like literally not being able to do simple things for themselves. And the worst part was for me, and I felt away. I went in the bathroom and I pushed the bathroom door, and because the door wasn't locked apparently, and one woman on the wheelchair was there waiting for somebody to come back for her. So firstly, she couldn't lock the door herself because she couldn't move her hands or anything, and she had to wait for somebody to come get her off the toilet. And I pushed the door on her because I never know, you know. And I felt horrible, but then it just brought to me, so Kimmie, you have really to be grateful for, you know?
Simple thing.
If you want to get up tomorrow and walk, you can walk. You don't have to wait for somebody to help you off the toilet.
If you own a card.
Like, I got so emotional that day. I like, I observe everybody that day, and I'm like, yo.
And you probably did a rush bowl life, miss.
Yeah, you feel like, many for the decent, but it's not going good in the life, and you feel like your life for the worst. I'm not saying that their life is horrible, you know, but it's such a change from what we are used to.
Yeah, and
you can get up tomorrow and decide what you want to do.
And then they have a better appreciation of certain things than you.
Exactly.
So what you probably take for granted, them not do it.
Listen, that day was like a wake-up call for me. So guys, be grateful. You have a functioning body, you have a sound mind. You may not have everything you want, but guess what? At this moment, you're probably not starving. And you're not going to say you're not going to have 1 and 2 days where you're not hungry. You know, we're not saying that. But still, there's so much to be grateful for.
Yeah, and you wake up with life. You have opportunity.
And you wake up with life. And you know, the one thing I remember seeing somewhere, they said, everybody always complain about their problems, right? But if all of us were to ever get in a circle and throw our problems in a pile, you don't take up back yours.
True.
That's true.
I agree.
You would have take up back. Sometimes you see some people's problem and you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
My problem not so bad. Me deal with this.
I've cried. I think at the start of the year, I wasn't myself. And it was just a lot. And I had to take it in like one step at a time. I had to look at it from a point of view that, because I have a problem with failure. I have a big problem with failing stuff, and I get really angry when it's not going my way because I want it to succeed. And I had good friends around to say like, yo, listen, you have a lot of things to be grateful for. My mom was there as well. Big up Miss Jen. You know? Good mother. Good mother that. But I had my friends there and they're like, don't look at it as a problem. Look at it as, you're overcoming stuff, you're maturing in these things, because these people know me from long time. So they know the immature Jada that was there. They know the rude Jada. They know every Jada. They've been through every Jada.
Madness.
The madness. And they were so proud of the fact that I was able to
big up you.
to evolve in a sense.
Yeah.
So I was grateful for that, even though, I didn't feel like myself and whatever. So they're like, you got this.
And I love that you mentioned that, because that's actually one of the ways we're going to mention soon. Actually, I'll mention it next. Tighten your circle. And when we say that, we mean that your immediate circle, right? Your social circle affects your whole life. Whether you want to admit it or not, your social circle affects your whole life. Look at the 5 individuals you spend the most time with.
Wow, 5?
Yes, the 5 individuals you spend the most time with.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Since they make up who you are. They always say... They always say...
Big up Lionel.
They always say that you are the product of the 5 people that you...
Never check it out.
Chill with the most. And you pick up each other's habits, probably even slangs and words. You are a product. You are a product of the people you spend. So the 5 people, right? So you have to look at them now and say, are they progressive? Are they loving? Are they supportive? Or are they stagnant? Are they complainers? And are they taking advantage of you as a friend?
How dare them?
Because some friends only want you. In a mutual friendship,
I said that
they see the benefit of you and they might keep you around.
Let me tell you something about
I said it. I said, if you realize that the relationship, and it goes for friendship especially, is mostly one-sided,
yes,
it's not going to be healthy for you.
Yeah, because some of them not let you go, because them know say if Avi as a friend and you go far, I'm not letting you go.
Not only that, opportunities might come with them not go bust your pan. Or, as the lady said earlier, one of them sell our friend into some different business, because them no want nothing good for you.
Kimmie.
Hey, we're going to talk to you after. We'll talk to Jada after.
They want to say connect with Jada.
Yeah,
let me tell you, I had a friend. And we went into a new environment.
We don't want the people that come for it. Hello. Hi.
The girl's like, oh, I'm ending this friendship. I was like, cool, babes.
So she just said that?
That sound like friendship.
Mix tell you. Let her tell you. I went into her inbox and I was like, she's like, Jada, I think you have done enough. Relax. Don't, let it go. All right. You say big up she, don't. Big up she.
So guys, you have to look at that, right? Are your friends helping you, empowering you, or are they weighing you down? And the truth is, a lot of us have friends that are weighing us down, whether we want to accept it or not. If you look at it, there's one thing I remember evaluating. If you are a person that your friends can call on every second, yeah, that's good enough, fine. But how much persons you can call on?
I can call on my friends.
Like all you friend them?
Yeah.
Well, you saw like the one. You saw like the one where I met the call.
Wait, hold on. Go repeat that
one. No, but it's something to consider.
Yeah,
it's something I sat down and evaluated one day, because I'm the go-to friend. People usually call for advice, whatever. Kimmie, a job, you can edit my resume, whatever. And I'm always doing that. And he's like, one day, Mr.
Who do
I call? That's literally it.
That's why them ever say check on your strong friend them, because the one where you call, check on them, because if you say, but if me not call them, if them not help me, what me can help them with? Ask them that. What me can help you with? Because you always help me, what me can help you with. As a good friend, that's a good thing to do. Just try it out there.
So you have to look at it. It's something that I evaluated once upon a time, and I'm glad I did. Not saying that you have to get up tomorrow and say, yo, I'm not deal with Jada, I'm not deal with Devil. Right. No. But you know how to readjust. You know, okay, probably me need to pull a little bit. Me and Jada used to par 5 days a week, probably 2 days a week, or even once a month. Yeah. Depending, it don't have to be a big conversation. You just adjust. People adjust all the time. Yeah, I'm sure y'all have friends that used to talk to all day, every day, and know it's like What the name again?
And then if you're focusing on
I
something,
blocked them.
or that?
yeah, we have to talk to Deva after the Deva have something good.
It was
Ajada black
Oh, you
them.
black? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember blocking problem.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
block you.
Anyway, we still talk to you. We're gonna have a show with Jada. By the way, as I'm saying, like if you realize that if you're working towards something, it's not necessarily you're not gonna say, "Oh, me not talk to them or block them." It's not a hated.
Yeah, we don't hate
thing.
you,
It's
you
not
know.
a negative energy. You definitely need to prioritize what you're moving towards, and if you're gonna prioritize that, it's gonna mean making the decision to say, "Well, I have to cut down upon this a conversation, yeah." And make sure I put more effort in my building conversation.
Exactly. I'm bearing.
Sometimes you get called fake and you're a hater, and just because you're trying to fix yourself and you realize that that person is not good for me, so I'm just going to distance myself from you, you're going to get a lot of backlash from that person.
I love that you said that, because we do have some ways that will actually acknowledge that. But guys, don't make that stop you, because I've always said, you see, whether you do good or bad in our life,
People are gonna chat.
somebody got a problem. Whether you do good or bad. So guess what? At the end of the day, do what's best for you. That is the reality, right? So you have to ensure that you look at your friends. It's not even only your friends. Sad to say, also your family. If someone is bringing you down, such as a negative friend, an insulting partner, we're talking about like a relationship, or an overpowering or overly opinionated family member, remember that you owe them nothing. They don't own or are entitled to any of your time. So even the same blood relationship, the family ship, some of them not healthy for we, and it's sad. But it's the reality.
I remember even an incident that came up in the paper one time when the lady said she didn't go do her degree. And the man said to her partner, said to her, "Where you going to get degree for? We already provide for you." So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, for look for them something there.
That not so loving.
But you see, it's easier for cut off a partner than a family member. So if you have a sibling or your older mother,
nowadays, everybody
people
get cut nowadays.
And them a move too literal with it.
That me I say,
Like, well,
anybody them a fight or anybody them a cut out nowadays.
But basically, you have to look at all that. And if the person not empower you, not improve your life in some way, I won't say improve, but not say give you money.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. But if they're not, if you can't call them and say, boy, something not bother me, I can't talk to you, or something like that, guys, it's a sign. So we're going to go to the break. When you come back, we're going to tie up the rest of the ways that you can practice self-love. All right? We'll be right back.
News Talk 93 FM. Heard everywhere.